The big question is, why is it important to pay attention to father absence? In South Africa, it's of specific importance, of great importance, because of the crisis we have. 65% of our children grow up without their fathers, their biological fathers at home. We don't know exactly what the situation is, if there's somebody else taking care of them. In about half of those families, there would be some male figure. We don't know if it's a positive male figure. It might be in some cases, which is good. But the number of 65% of children growing up without their fathers is huge. It comes down to around 12 million children. The effects were researched globally, and in one report which FIRA brought together, the effects of father involvement was very clear, that children who have their fathers at home in their lives, positively involved, are much better developed by the time they go to school. And this is not only intellectually, it's also socially, emotionally, physically as well. And they continue developing well on those levels. The second thing is that children who have their fathers in their lives obviously have a stronger bond with them. They relate better to children of the same age. They are much more curious because they don't have to stress about what's going to happen without my father. They're curious, they investigate more, and in the process they learn better than children who grow up without their fathers. They are much healthier, and one of the big things is they have so much more self-control. On the other hand, the picture where the child doesn't have the father in the house or in his life is much more dark than just the opposite. We see it mainly in 3 or 4 different aspects in their life, or the way they react towards fatherlessness. The one is that they will be sad, even to the point of depression and suicide. We had an essay contest where children would write about their feelings because the fathers were not in their lives. And children would write, I often thought of suicide, or I was depressed. Part of this sadness is also an emptiness. They feel empty and they want to fill that emptiness with something. And often they go to drugs or they go to alcohol, they become part of gangs. They start very early experimenting with sex, and then they fall pregnant. That's one of the reasons why we have such a huge incidence of teenage pregnancy in our country. Anger is another effect of fatherlessness. Anger, which often leads to violence, which leads to criminal activities, and could lead to jail sentence. According to statistics, up to 95% of men in jail didn't grow up with their fathers. The third one would be that children are poor. A father cannot take care of all the children in different families. So often the mother is the only one taking care financially of their children. They stay poor, they don't reach their full potential. They might finish school but not continue to do other studies after school, and they struggle in life. And the last one would be health-related issues, which is actually related to all the others that we mentioned. So the main message is fathers should be involved, and nobody should stand in the way of fathers to be involved. But those who grow up without their fathers, they need our help to become more whole and to live a different kind of lifestyle.